Medellin, Colombia, a city of eternal spring. Known to the west as the city of Pablo Escobar and his insane cocaine-fueled shenanigans in the 1980s, its seedy drug culture had thankfully gone underground. In its place, a metropolis has arisen. For a city located so close to the equator and in the Andes, it is almost remarkable that the city harbors a temperature of approximately 70 degrees Fahrenheit all year long, making it the ideal vacationing spot in Colombia. I stayed in the El Poblado district, a premier spot in the city next to the Oviedo Mall. But as a harbinger of things to come in the rest of this episode, the building is located upon a hill, making the journey to the food court and back and to the grocery store a very treacherous affair. For this episode, we shall concentrate on the most common tours of the city. First upon Botero Plaza, which leads to Medellin Metro, then to the cable cars. At last, to look at Camino 13's graffitis, and finally the out-of-town experience. Guadalupe Tour. Botero Plaza is a site devoted to the artworks of Fernando Botero Angulo, a Medellin native renowned for sculpting and painting fat people. Or, as Google kindly describes,
he is the father of Boterismo, which depicts people and figures in large, exaggerated volume, which can represent political criticism or humor, depending on the piece.
Here is a picture of him now. Example of his works includes Fat Jesus, Fat Cat, and the Rape of Europa, though I'm not convinced that this was what happened. Most of his artwork can be seen in the Museum of Antioquia. Next, we approach the Medellin Metro. The metro was built in the 1980s and was the first official mass public transportation in Colombia, and people still revere it. But what is this? A stairlift? The building was first built. There must be no handicapped living in Medellin at all. Anyone can tell you how painfully slow they are. What if there are two people in wheelchairs? All of this looks pretty jury-rigged that somebody forgot to put in an elevator for the metro station around Botero Plaza at the very center of the city. The metro ride itself was uneventful, being accessible. From the metro station, we were able to go to the cable cars. The first cable car line was built in 2004 and was able to connect the shanty towns to the city, pacifying them as they were initially crime-laden.
You see this side, you see the motorcycle parking right there?
Yeah.
Here? That, they rough her right there.
Oh.
They took her sneakers right there. So give me your sneakers.
And hard to reach due to winding roads and terrific inclines. There are a total of 4 lines running. One entirely for tourists go to Parque Review, though that leaves the southeast side of the valley uncovered. Not sure whether this is now the most dangerous part of the city or not. Next, we disembark the cable cars and head to Camino 13. Camino 13 was known as the most dangerous area of all of Medellin because of its location, nestled in the crevice of the valley itself, and at such a high elevation. It was mainly the home of left-winged military dissidents, scoundrels, and thieves, and subjected to military helicopter assaults. But that all changed when the city built a series of escalators to the commune in the early 2000s. The area cleared up and is now known for its graffiti. Sadly, Camino 13 remains the most inaccessible area of all of Medellin. The roadway leading up to the escalators alone is a 35-degree incline stretching for a couple hundred feet up. For had it not been the sheer effort displayed by my guide, we would not have gone up and down the escalators, and thus would not have enjoyed the view. Elevators anyone? The most popular tour that one would likely go on outside of Medellin is the Guadalupe Tour. While Guadalupe refers to a traditional tourist trap village with cobble streets and mural on its walls, the tour does provide an additional site, the Rock. The Rock juts out of the mountain and is climbable, providing a view. But the Guadalupe tour is not for the faint-hearted nor the disabled. In addition to the multi-hour drive there are no elevators, only stairs to the top of the rock. What makes the situation worse is the lack of decent bathrooms around the base of the rock. This is the bathroom that I had a contact with in a restaurant. In addition, the cobble streets of Guadalupe was bone rattling, leaving me no time to appreciate the art of the town. I don't want to travel down there. Sadly, despite its reach to modernity, Medellin still has a long way of becoming a disabled destination. The main problem is that there is simply no way of reaching the metro station, which is the backbone of the public transportation system here in Medellin, because it is located only in the valley floor. Getting there from anywhere else in the city is almost impossible, especially if you are handicapped. Good luck getting around the city unless you live next to the metro station itself or one of the cable car stations. One cannot simply call it a taxi because the taxis there are very small. The locals say Uber and the buses are not handicapped accessible. If you are able-bodied, then by all means visit Medellin. But I cannot in good conscience recommend this vacation spot to any disabled person. If you like this video, please subscribe, comment, and like. If you don't agree with me on my opinion, please write to your heart's content on the comment section below.